Here we are. Here we are. How are you? Is everybody okay? Hey, boss. Lena, do you keep requesting to join this live on purpose or is this by accident? Hey, Miss Enlightened. Hey, boss. Happy Sunday. How are you? Hello, hello, hello. Hey, Miss Just For You. Hi, Regina. Oh, I'm so glad your hair is doing so much better. Did you do a reset? Hey, Miss Jackson. Come to Canada. Sarah. Hi, Kalima. Sarah, come to Canada. I don't know, girl. Hey, Sharon. And Sharon. Hey, boss. Happy Sunday. I am so ready for this class. It feels like it's been forever since we've gone live. Hey, Tab. Has it been a long time? Or am I making that up? Hey, boss. Let me make sure I have my notes before we get started. It's been a while. What is this? Beginning of, the end of November? The last time I saw, last week's class was just for the Patreons. That's why. Hey, boss. All right. Before people start getting in here and getting in our business, we know the drill. Tell me your name and what city you're from, and tell me if you're an OG or if you're new here. Okay? Name, where you're from, and are you an OG or are you new? So if you're an OG, you've been with Texture Press for more than a year. If you're new, you've been with TP for under a year. Hey, boss. Oh, Miss Mangos, I'm so glad. Hey, boss. Hey, little lady. You're new? Welcome. Is this your first class, Miss Enlightened? Is this your first class? Hi, Shonda. Hey, Lenny. T, you're still a newbie? Dee, what was your first class? Oh, Miss Enlightened. Okay, I'm gonna say this. Okay, Miss Enlightened. This is an interactive class, right? We like to laugh around here, right? We have a good time. We learn, right? Sharon is an OG. I did Sharon's hair for her wedding. Can you guys believe that? Oh, that was a couple weeks ago, right? That her Dee Dee's first class was the silk press class, like a live silk. So actually, Dee Dee, last month we did them live silk presses a lot, right? Sharon, did you get to watch a live? Kalima, did you get to watch a live? Come on, Indiana. Did you get to watch a live when we did a silk press from like beginning to end? Heavy on the we learn. Now, Ms. Enlightened, I will tell you, okay, we got a couple minutes before people start really coming in here. Ms. Enlightened, I will tell you, I do repeat myself around here, okay? I repeat myself around here. Some people really like that. It's really, hey, Star. Some people really like that, and it's really helpful for people. Some people, not so much, okay? Am I frozen on YouTube? Is it better? Is this better? Ms. Bin Lighten, let me tell y'all. Ms. Bin Lighten says, I use all the products that you recommend, and she's new here. You don't even know me good yet, and you're going out buying the products that I'm recommending. Do they work at least? Were my recommendations good? Were they on par? Am I helping you out? Are we saving you time, saving you money? Dee, girl, class ain't really started good yet. You can't come with your questions just yet. Dee, you're new here, so do me a favor, please. Okay? We need all hands on deck. Okay? YouTube, Facebook, you don't have to listen to this rule. Okay? YouTube, Facebook, you don't have to listen to this rule. But Instagram, hey, Miss Brown Sugar. What up, Mo? Instagram. Okay, do me a favor, please. If you have a question, Dee has a question. She has a question about protein treatments, right? Dee is going to put her question at the very bottom of her screen on the right-hand side. We see the little question mark. We're going to ask our question there, Dee, okay? Okay? And whoever comes in here asking a question, you guys are going to do me a favor, please. 100% participation, please. Right, Sharon? Right, Kalima? Right, Shonda? 100% participation, please. I don't care if your piece of participation is telling someone, hey, leave your question in the question box. I don't care, okay? But there's about 25 of us on this live all together. 100% participation, okay? Hey, Meech. Not I was recommending you before I even sat in your chair. Y'all make me, you know what? I love it. I love it. I love it because I know who I am and I know what I do, right? I love that part. But it also makes me nervous because, girl, y'all don't be having trust issues? I got trust issues. Hey, Ms. Mac, I got trust issues. I don't know if I would be referring people and I've never been there before. You don't be scared? Boss, you're not scared? If you would, no, for real. For real. If you recommend, what up, Kay? If you recommend anybody, right? If you recommend anybody to a friend of yours that you've never bought their product before, you've never been to them before, you've never eaten their food before, you would still recommend them to people? Hey, boss. You would still recommend them to people, Sharon? Yes? No? Kalima, would you? Would you? Y'all don't be scared? I got trust issues. I would be scared. Okay? All right. Speaking of trust, right, Regina? That makes me so nervous. Okay? All right. So speaking of trust, here's what we're going to do. The process and products work. Fair enough. Okay. So we are going to have a good time. Okay? We'll get started. Everybody ready? Okay. Here's my intro. Hey, boss. My name is Ebony K. I am the owner of Texture Press, and we teach women every single thing we know about healthy hair. While social media in particular, make it really easy, for us to believe that having natural hair is hard. Having healthy hair as women of color, Black women, we got to change that, right? Yeah. People of color, we're not using that one no more. As Black women with curly, kinky, wavy hair, the world has consistently told us that our hair doesn't grow, it's hard to manage, et cetera, et cetera. My job is to teach you everything I know about making natural and healthy hair really easy, because it's not that hard, okay? It's layered, right? There are lots of pieces to it, but it's not that hard, okay? Hey, Candace. Okay? All right. Who here feels like by the end of this session, they'll walk away with more information than they came with and ready to manage their hair and keep it at its optimal health by the time winter is over? Do you believe that I'm able to do that? Do you believe that at the end of this class, I'll be able to give you all of the tools that you'll need to be closer to making sure your hair is happy and healthy throughout the winter? Kalima, thank you for believing in me. Shonda, thank you for believing in me, girl. Yes? For some of us, this is going to be a reminder course. Ms. Bin Light, and why your hair is so light? For some of us, this is going to be, hi, April. For some of us, this is going to be a reminder course, a refresher. For some of us, this is going to be brand new information that we've never heard before, or maybe we've never thought about before. But my hope is that I'm able to connect the dots and we're able to, again, by the time spring comes, you'll be impressed by how your hair has overcome the woes of winter, okay? All right, so let's talk about a couple of things first, right? It's really, really, I mean, you can tell me, right? I can tell you what I see from behind the chair, but you're the actual client, right? So do you find it difficult to manage your breakage or, eliminate or reduce your breakage in the winter? Do you find it difficult to, retain moisture in the winter? Are those things a challenge for you, or is that hard for you? Hey, boss. Hi, Danielle. It's a challenge, Regina. Yeah, Miss Cutie Pie. It's not easy, right? It's not easy. We're having to, for some of us, we're battling depression, right? We're engrossed in fatigue, right? We have those winter woes. And add to that, shedding, right, little lady? Shedding. But add to that, our hair is losing moisture, right? The air is drier. It's colder outside. We know every time you go to touch your hair, there's little pieces on the floor, right? You go to brush and or detangle it. You could hear it. You could hear it raking in the comb. We're going through issues with dryness, right? Reduced hydration and activity. It's colder outside. Not a lot of us is really trying to go out to the gym. You got to be really dedicated, right? We're not as mobile. All of these things. Length retention becomes harder in the winter months. And for a lot of us, right? For a lot of us, what's happening at the nape of our neck, where the nape, our hairs in the kitchen, the hairs in our kitchen, rubbing against our hats, rubbing against our coats, rubbing against our scarves. And we come out from winter, we lift our heads up after winter's over and it's done a number. And we've got breakage, we've got hair in the back that's gone. We are really going through it, right? But again, my hope is that as hard as winter is on your hair and your skin, after this class, you'll walk away with a lot more tips on how to manage, how we can, silence your hair's cry for help in the winter months. That's my hope, right? That we'll talk about how we combat dryness. We'll talk about, what we can do in terms of activity, making sure that our body is at its optimal health, so that hair growth is just second nature to your body, to your follicles. And we'll also talk about some ways, hey boss, and we'll also talk about some ways that we can try and get around, trying to keep ourselves warm with wool, cashmere, cotton material, and still walk out with a head full of hair. Okay. So the number one thing that's going to be really important, are we ready for notes? Sorry. I'm going to ask this first. Are we ready for notes? If we're not ready for notes, we'll wait for a second. Hopefully, if you're ready, you've got you're ready. If you're ready for notes, you got your water ready too. Are we ready for notes? 100% here. We're ready for notes. I don't want to move too forward unless we're ready for notes, because this is going to be really important, okay? Your summer and spring hair, your wash and goes, the length retention that you want, the reduction in breakage, the reduction in single strand knots, all of that is going to be important to make it, all of that is going to be addressed at some point throughout this live. So I want to make sure that we're able to take notes. Okay, we're ready? Okay. Hydration is going to be the number one way that you are going to be able to retain softness when it comes to your hair. Maintain softness, retain moisture, right? Hydration is going to be important. While oils and butters moisturize our hair, hydration comes a little bit differently, right? Usually it's water-based, right? Or some form of some kind of water, something wet, be it aloe, water, right? That's where hydration comes from. Excuse me. Okay? So the number one thing that we are going to start to think more about this winter is how much water did I drink today? Do we want to open this? Do we want to open this up to the floor? Should I ask how much water you drunk today? Should I? Or you want me to mind my business? I ask because I care, but I can mind my business. If I'm prying, if I'm being nosy now. Oh, please don't. Boss, if you're home, we're a water drinking group. But mind your business. I'm doing too much. Okay. I heard you. We did a live earlier this year, though, right? We did a live earlier this year, and we talked about the importance of drinking more water in general, but more so in the winter months. Ms. Been Lightened, go get you some water. If you're home right now, go get you some water. We're going to drink our water together today. Okay? You should at least be drinking 64 ounces of water every single day. That was Kim's question, right? Ms. Kim's question is, how much water should we drink? Do we need to drink? 60 at minimum, 64 ounces. Oh, Regina, 50 ounces. I'm so proud of you. Mo, 16 ounces. Let's get it to, can we get it to 20? Can we get it to 20 or 25? 25 might be asking for a lot. Let's reach for 20. Let's aim for 20. Okay, we did a live earlier this year talking about the importance of drinking more water. The more hydrated your body is, right, the less it's in fight or flight mode. I actually said this, I don't know if it was earlier today or yesterday, but can I cuss? Can I cuss? I won't. Y'all, if I have permission to cuss, I'm going to talk how I want to talk. If I don't have permission to talk, I'll adjust, okay? Can I cuss? Okay. Ms. Kim said no. We're not cussing. Okay? Ms. Kim said no. We're not cussing. I'm okay with that. We ain't got to cuss. But let me tell you this, okay? Let me tell you this. The more your body is fighting to survive, the less it cares about your hair. If you are dehydrated, right? Your body is not getting enough oxygen. It's not getting enough hydrogen, It's not getting enough oxygen. Your body could care less about giving what it needs to your follicles, okay? When your gut, right? Because water is a part of your gut health. Healthy hair is a part of your gut health. When your gut is trying to get rid of toxins the best way it can, even though there's no water, even though it's not hydrated enough, your body could care less about giving nutrients to your hair, giving nutrients to your scalp, making sure that your scalp is oiled enough so that you're not flaking. Think about those things as you're going throughout the day and rolling your eyes at how many times you've had to go to the bathroom because now you've increased your water intake. Drink your water. Drink your water. A lot of us as moms, as parents, as teachers, as caretakers, right? We're pouring into other people so much that it's these small nuanced things that we take for granted that we're not paying attention to. Drink more water. You think you're depressed when whole time you were dehydrated, right? You think you need a snack because you think you're hungry whole time. Your body is starving for water, okay? Hydrated hair starts with a hydrated body. Drink more water, okay? Vitamins, right? I know that this is a class about how to maintain your hair during the winter. You thought I was going to talk about shampoos, conditioners, and leave-in conditioners to help keep your hair moisturized. We will talk about that, but not until the end, because the foundation of hair that is healthy, that is strong, that is soft and moisturized, that listens, that has shine, that detangles easily. Hey, Lele. The foundation of that is making sure you're drinking enough water and your body is in a position to help give your hair and scalp surplus, right? So we're drinking more water. We're also going to be talking to our physicians about should we or should we not be taking some vitamin D. Again, whole time you thought you were depressed, and yes, maybe your vitamin deficiency is making you depressed, but if taking a supplement, a vitamin D supplement, is going to help make sure that you have a little bit more energy, you have a little bit more spunk. Guess what you're less likely to do? Neglect and forget about your hair, because you have the energy to do more, right? You're not feeling slow, sluggish. It gets dark earlier, so your mind is telling you that there is no sun. You have to start either going outside, whether it be a 10, 15, 30-minute walk, right? To, again, increase your oxygen intake, increase blood flow, get more natural vitamin D, or at the very least, take a supplement, okay? Speak with your physician first, of course. Vitamin C, the same, right? What happens when we're sick? What happens with your hair when you're sick? Usually, if you're bedridden, if you don't really have the energy, if your body is achy, the last thing you want to do, Lele, right? The last thing you want to do is be detangling your hair, braiding your hair, styling your hair, doing proper maintenance for your hair. That's the last thing you want to do, right? So to avoid breakage, split ends, hair that is drier because you're not feeling well, be on par with your vitamin C, right? Protect your immunity, okay? And again, when it comes to our body health, making sure that our hair is moisturized and that it's at its optimal position so that it can leave room for your hair to flourish. Exercise, right? We need oxygen. Hey, Sherry. Your follicles need good, healthy, red oxygenated blood cells in order for your hair to flourish. You can't forget that you need to breathing exercises, walking some, right? Healthy hair thrives on oxygen, and so do you. Yes? Can we move on? Okay, the baseline for hair that is in a better position during the winter: drink more water, be hydrated, make sure you're up to par on your vitamins, vitamin D and vitamin C in particular, and make sure you're getting at least 10 to 30 minutes of exercise in daily. Yes, we got that down. Can we move on? Can we move on? Our next topic is protective styles. I think we need to have this conversation. But you tell me, can we move on? Yes? All right, Tamika. Shonda, can we move on? Miss Kalima, can we move on? Let's move on, okay? For those of us who like to wear braids as our protective styles in the winter, mini twists, right? That seems to be really popular. I keep seeing that on my timeline, is those mini twists. Have you done them before? Have you done mini twists before? No? T, have you ever done mini twists? Hey, Miss Cola. I don't think I've ever, not even as a little girl, I don't think I've ever done mini twists. Kim, we're interested in mini twists. You're wearing them now. I'm so glad you are here for this conversation. You want to try them, T? Mini twists, right? Chunky twists, braided or twisted updos, box braids. Oh, Miss June, not mini twists. Miss June, when you get your mini twists done, are you doing them yourself or are you getting them done professionally? Excuse me. Okay? Box braids, twists, mini twists, flat twists, knotless braids, braids with just your hair and no extensions. What's the number one way? If you've been in this community for a long time, you know the answer, okay? So if you're an OG, I want you to be quiet right now when I ask this question. Do me a favor, please, okay? If you're an OG, be quiet right now. But if you're new, I have a question for you. What's the number one way? What do you think is the best way? Hey, boss. Miss No Sweet Tea, I have a question for you. Not just you, anyone who's new, okay? If you have your hair in a protective style, again, mini twists, braided updo, box braids, what's the number one way? Oh, Ms. June, you doing yourself? What's the number one way for you to keep your hair moisturized while in that protective style? What do you think the answer to that is? What's the number one way for you to keep your hair, not your scalp, okay? Not your scalp. What's the number one way for you to keep your hair moisturized if you are in that kind of protective style? Ms. T says to wash them. YouTube, Facebook. What's the number one style? Sarah says water. YouTube, Facebook. What's the number one style? You have to be. If you are an OG, you do not answer this question, boss, please. A silk scarf and wash or with water. Spritz with water every few days. A trim before and then oils. Leave-in after washing. What? Okay. Well, tell me what a moisturizer is, Miss Brown Sugar. Your BMO. Okay. The number one. Do me a favor. Okay. Do me a favor. You're gonna close your eyes. You're gonna listen to me. Okay. Put your phone down. If you're driving, you ain't got to do this part. Okay. But do me a favor, please. Close your eyes and listen to me. If you think about what dries faster, water or oil, open your eyes and tell me which one dries faster, water or oil. Hey, Miss Red. Which one dries faster, YouTube, Facebook? Which one dries faster, water or oil? Okay. Okay, Lele. We're gonna wait for YouTube and Facebook to give at least two answers. I know y'all got it. It's a little delayed over there. Ms. June? Okay. You all are 100% correct. Okay? 100% correct. Water is going to dry faster than oil will. Okay? So think about that when you are looking to retain moisture in your protective style. If you are using water, if you are using a water-based product, if you are looking to retain moisture in your protective style, i.e. braids, mini twists, chunky twists, what's going to dry faster when you apply it? That water you spritzed in your hair. The braid spray, which oftentimes, has a base of alcohol, right? Which dries faster than even water, right? Water, alcohol-based products are going to dry your hair out faster than if you use an oil, okay? Shouldn't I wet my hair before I apply the oil? Just oil. Hey, boss. Just oil, okay? Just oil. Because especially when you're in a protective style, your hair is in braids. How often are you spritzing your hair with water and then letting it air dry? When you are looking to moisturize your hair and you're in braids or mini twists, chunky twists, or whatever, you're spraying your hair and then letting it air dry. Is that correct? Probably, right? Now, if you're an OG, do me a favor. Can we tell the people that are new here why we don't air dry? Can we tell the people that are new here why we don't air dry? I spray my hair every other day. Exactly. Exactly, Miss 84. Dry rot. Dry rot. Think about what happens when water just sits on wood over time. Think about what happens. Mildew. Thank you, Tamika. Right? If you are feeling the need to constantly wet your hair because you're feeling it's thirsty, something's not right. Try it my way. Okay? Try it my way. Use an oil. Make sure of course, that they are moisture-based oils, right? Softening oils. We've learned a couple of days ago, last week I think it was, not all oils, are created the same. They're not all made to do the same job. So what are some of our moisture-based oils? Right? Your rose gold oil is going to do the job for you. Your rose gold oil is going to do the job for you in making sure that you are maintaining softness. But why? Because some of your more softening oils, right, i.e. your extra virgin olive oil, your jojoba oils, your rose hip seed oils, that lend its hand to softness, hair that is softer, those oils are in your rose gold oil, right? So this is one of the products that you can utilize on the ends of your hair to help maintain moisture while you're in a protective style. But guess what, right? We don't gatekeep around here, right? We don't gatekeep around here. So if in the event, December 3rd, when we have the biggest sale of the year, in the event when we have our sale December 3rd, and you are still not interested in making a purchase, you can just use some vitamin E. I don't care. I mean, I would love, right? Because I know and I trust the ingredients that are in our products. So I would love for you to make a purchase. Yes, but you don't have to. At the very least, use some vitamin E oil, right? Or one of the other three that I just mentioned, rose hip seed oil, extra virgin olive oil, jojoba oil. You can use any one of those to make sure that you are maintaining softness in your protective style, softness in your braids, softness in your twists, so that when you go to take those braids out, when you go to take those twists down, and you go to detangle, it's not dry hair against a dry comb, therein chafing, snagging, right? Increasing the likelihood of shedding and breakage. You have to moisturize your hair, not just your scalp. You have to moisturize your hair when you are in your protective style, because in no other world, right? Miss June, Tamika, in no other world, if you had your hair out, right, would you leave your hair dry and thirsty for 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10, 12 weeks at a time, right? In your protective style, make sure you are moisturizing your hair with moisture-focused components, right? Softening components. Okay? Vitamin E oil is especially good for those of us who have really dense hair. So if you are a mom, if you're a boy mom, right, and your son has really dense hair, if you love that man you be laying up with, if you love that man that's paying the rent on December 1st, if you love that man that's buying you your trio on December 3rd when we have our sale, if you love him with his thick old hair, and you know you can see that it's getting a little thirsty here, babe. Right? Get him some vitamin E oil. What about for those of us that have thin hair? Thin hair is not the same as fine hair. So if you have thin hair, right, meaning that you don't have a lot of hairs on your head, depending on what kind of hair you have. So on the finer side, you're going to want to use more rose hip seed oil, more rose gold oil, right? If you are on the more coarse side, you can use more vitamin E oil because that's more dense. You can use your rose gold oil, right? Okay? That's for those of us who are in those kinds of protective styles, right? If you wear, so how do I do this? Okay. How do you do this? You take a couple of drops. Of your rose gold oil in the palm of your hand, your rose gold oil, your vitamin E oil, whatever makes your heart happy and your hair soft. Okay, you take it, apply it in the palm of your hand. Rub your hands together, and in your braids, you're going to squeeze some of this oil until you don't think it's your hair anymore. You're going to squeeze onto those mini twists until you think it's not your hair anymore, especially if you're using extension hair. Okay? We all on the same page? We got that part? Can we move on? Because we're going to talk about sew-ins now and how to maintain your hair, especially in the winter with a sew-in. We can move on. Because for your sew-ins, someone mentioned the black magic oil for your scalp before, right? Okay, here's the thing. Now, if you know Texture Press, and you're a Patreon, if you've been around here long enough, you know that the Patreons get, I will do a sew-in for the Patreon members, right? Here's what I recommend to the Patreons. Do not use your black magic oil when you have a sew-in. Right, Regina? Regina's gotten a sew-in with Texture Press before. Right, Regina? Hey, Danielle. Do not use your black magic oil when you have a sew-in. Who knows why? Who can tell me why? This little bottle, okay? This little bottle. We don't if you can, leave this out the equation when you got that sew-in. Who can tell me why? I don't know is a perfectly acceptable answer here. Okay, Danielle says it makes your hair oily. Any oil will likely make it oily. Y'all knows the answer. Yadi knows the answer. That's exactly it. Exactly, Regina. Right? I have been preaching since the beginning of time that this black magic oil was not intended to grow your hair. It's intended to moisturize your scalp. However, here's what I will say. There are enough women who purchase the product, right? There are enough women who purchase the product that would disagree with me. I've seen what it does when you're using it and using it consistently, right? That new growth is going to piss you off. Right? You're gonna think that your stylist didn't do a good job in installing. You're gonna think that I just wasted $600 getting this sew-in and now it's loose and I'm looking crazy. Right? In the very beginning, there were some boss ladies who were getting getting a closure sew-in and were like, I'm gonna put this down. I'm gonna put this down and fall back because the way that this closure is lifting and growing back, no good. Right? So I'm asking you, if you have a sew-in and if you're willing to, what up, Jasenia? If you have a sew-in and you're willing to take it down a little bit faster, okay, right? Then go ahead and use your black magic oil, but at your own risk. Do not say that we didn't put you on, okay? Okay, so use your rose gold oil. Use your rose gold oil when you have a sew-in. Okay, that'll help maintain the moisture. It'll help make sure that when you go to take your braids down, the takedown process is a lot more seamless for you. Okay, now here's my when I do the sew-in service for my clients, I don't offer maintenance, right? So I won't shampoo, condition it, etc. Right? But here's what I tell my clients. Hey, boss, here's what I tell my clients when they are willing to do the maintenance at home themselves. When you go to shampoo and condition your hair, when you have a sew-in in, the way you save time is by blow drying the extensions first and then go in and dry the braids up underneath your sew-in. Okay? That's how you save time. Hey, Jeannie. Dry the extensions first with a blow dryer and then sit up under your bonnet dryer or your hooded dryer and dry your braids. If you dry the extensions first, then it's not wet hair. still sitting and resting on braids that you are struggling to try and get dry. It'll cut your dry time down by at least 45 minutes. Drying the extensions first will cut your dry time down by at least 45 minutes when you sit up underneath the dryer, because it's not sopping wet hair sitting on top of wet braids that you are struggling to try to get dry. Okay? How often should you shampoo and condition your hair when you have a sew-in, when you have braids, even in the winter? At the halfway mark, that still applies, okay? You should be shampooing and conditioning your hair when you're in a protective style. Miss Jeannie, are you shampooing and conditioning your hair when you're in a protective style? YouTube, Facebook, are we shampooing and conditioning our hair when we're in a protective style? Because we should be. Okay. Why do you want to use an oil when you are in your protective style? So that this way, when you come out of it, you reduce the amount of shedding it is that you experience. Because again, it's not a dry comb against dry hair, snagging, pulling, causing cuts or nicks on the hair strand, right? And you also want to trim your hair before you go into the protective style. I'm sorry, I missed that part. I skipped over that piece. Trim your hair, Miss Carmel, every 2 weeks. That's my girl. Trim your hair before you go into your protective style. Who can tell me why? Let's go over that real quick before we got to move on to the moisture protein balance that we're looking for. I'm sorry, this seasonal treatments, excuse me. Yes, ma'am. Miss Meach is asking, do the same rules apply when we're talking about cornrows wearing a wig? Yes. And you're still going to do the same thing. Hi, Gloria. We're still going to do the same thing, Miss Meach. Okay, you're gonna put a couple of drops of your rose gold oil in the palm of your hand, rub your hands together, and run your hands along the top of your braids so that they are still moisturized. Your rose gold oil is for the ends of your hair because of the moisture component it has. Your black magic oil, especially when you're wearing braids for a wig, okay? Your rose gold oil is for the ends of your hair. It's for your cornrows. It's for the braids, right? Your black magic oil is for your scalp because there's scalp food in your BMO, right? To help stimulate your scalp, to help stimulate your follicles, to help tell your follicles, wake up, we got work to do, okay? Yes, Gloria. Okay? Trim your hair before you go into your protective style. Jeannie, don't tell them. Jeannie. I didn't mean to snap at you. Sorry. Don't tell them. Let them find out on their own. Jeannie. Don't tell them. Yeah, don't tell them. They don't listen anyway. And let me tell you something else, Jeannie. You want to know why? You want to know another reason why we don't promote it as a growth oil? Because 8.5 times out of 10, you're not even consistently using it enough to see results. I told you, they don't listen. They don't listen. Okay? All right, we're moving on. Okay? Seasonal treatments, right? So at Texture Press, we offer hydration treatments, protein treatments, and hot oil treatments. When is the last time? Nah, not for nothing. Here's what I thought about. As we were creating the outline, here's what I thought about. When I was like probably between the ages of like 6 and 12, right? My mother did my hair almost like clockwork every 2 weeks. And every so often we would do a hot oil treatment. And as I was creating this outline, I said, ever since I was left to my own devices to do my own hair and forgot all about hot oil treatments, I have been struggling. Bring it back old school. You know what I'm saying? When grease was okay to use on our hair and we were still doing hot oil treatments, and remember to do that piece, okay? Hot oil treatments is going to be another way that you are going to start to be able to retain moisture on your scalp in addition to drinking more water, right? Hot oil treatments are going to be another way for you to start retaining moisture on your scalp. Doing them in the winter months or at the change of seasons is really, really helpful. Let's talk about the benefits. Let me not ask, okay? Let's talk about the benefits of doing a hot oil treatment. So when heat is involved on your hair, on your scalp, that opens up the pores on your scalp. It raises the cuticle on your hair strands and allows whatever's sitting on top of your hair or whatever's being pumped into your hair for your hair and your scalp to receive it better. Excuse me. the peppermint and eucalyptus that are in the black magic oil when you go to do your hot oil treatment help open up the pores on your scalp, right? And allow the extra virgin olive oil, the rosehip seed oil, the jojoba oil to be better received onto your through your scalp, when we add the element of heat. That's super helpful. How do you do a hot oil treatment? Do we already know? Hold on. Okay, tell me first. How do we do a hot oil treatment? Do we know? Okay, let me tell you. Tell me. Jeannie, I'm so glad you asked. Okay? So what you're going to do is first, you're going to shampoo your scalp. Okay? You're going to shampoo your hair. With a clarifying shampoo or a really nice deep cleansing shampoo. Some use a black soap shampoo, but you're going to shampoo your hair once. You're going to take your black magic oil and you can heat it up if you'd like, if that makes it easier for you. But hey, Christina, my preference though is for you to you shampoo your hair, apply your black magic oil to your scalp, massage it into your scalp, and then sit with a heat cap. It can be a microwavable heat cap. It can be a soft bonded dryer. It can be a hooded dryer, but make sure that your hair is covered either with a warm towel or a shower cap. Okay. You're going to shampoo your scalp, apply your what old school cholesterol one? The old school cholesterol hot oil treatment, Carmel? VO5 hot oil treatment? I don't know about those ones. I've been using the black magic oil as a hot oil treatment for so long. I really don't think about a lot of other products. Sorry. But you can use whatever you think makes the most sense for you and what you're trying to do. Okay? Shampoo your hair, apply your oil, massage it in, let it sit for 10 to 15 minutes. And then you're going to take your shampoo. Don't wet your hair just yet. You're going to take your shampoo. You're going to massage it into your scalp. Don't wet your hair just yet. You're going to take your shampoo. You're going to massage it into your scalp, get a really good base. And then you add a little bit of water to make sure you get a lather, and then shampoo again and condition, style, all that as you typically would. Okay? You want to shampoo your scalp or cleanse the scalp once before you apply your oil for your hot oil treatment, so that this way it lifts any debris or dirt. Hey, Safina. So that this way it lifts any debris or dirt that was on your scalp, so that it better receives the benefits of or the ingredients of the oil that you're going to use. Okay, your black magic oil mainly. This improves moisture retention, healthier ends. Right? As we're massaging that oil down to the ends of our hair, helping keep them more moisturized. And it helps rejuvenate the scalp, especially, again, with the peppermint and the eucalyptus that are in the black magic oil, okay? So you can also use your BMO. You can use your BMO when you're in braids. You can use your BMO when you're in your protective style. You can use your black magic oil as a hot oil treatment, okay? 3 shampoos, yes. Ms. Carmel, when you do the hot oil treatment, it's 3 shampoos. The first one to lift any dirt or debris. You apply your oil, and then you go ahead and you shampoo your 2 times as you normally would. Now, why am I asking you to shampoo your hair, apply your oil, and then wash the oil out? Because here's what happens. Once you stop the heat and the pores close, it locks in that moisture. Okay? So you can start to cleanse. Chrissy's asking where to get the oils. Hey, I forgot to pin my comment. Text, hold on, y'all. Text teach me to y'all give me 1 second. YouTube and Facebook 2347-802-0953. Chrissy, December 3rd, which is next week, Tuesday, December 3rd at 12:03, we are having our biggest sale of the year. If I were you, I would wait until then to make my purchase. Okay. Do you heat the BMO? You can, I would apply the black magic oil to my scalp and then add the heat, right? You can heat the BMO up, but my fear is that you put this in hot water and the glass breaks, right? Not only is this the price for this oil is an investment, right? It ain't no cheap It ain't no, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? It ain't like that other one that people's talking about on TikTok right now. You know what I mean? You don't want to break this bottle, babe. Okay? You don't want to break that bottle, baby. Okay? Okay. Now, let's move on. Steam treatments. This is my favorite. Because let me tell you something. Even stylists don't think about what I'm about to tell you. Can you steam your hair with it? Absolutely. Miss 8809, you can absolutely. Danielle, don't laugh. Even stylists don't even, what I'm about to tell you right now, even stylists don't be thinking about what, but that's why we have to have this conversation. Because if you're not able to sit at texture press, and you you got to run into, the people of color salon and let them do a roller set for you. You got to tell them what they need to be doing. You get a washing set for $45. She's probably not telling you how to take care of your hair. So you have to tell her how to do it, right? So let me arm you with the information so that you can still get her done. Okay? Now, steam treatments are going to be essential. Do we know why? Don't give the answer. Don't give the answer. Chrissy, boss, I'm telling you, December 3rd at 12:03, you're going to want to be on this live if you can. Okay? You want to catch the sale. It's our biggest sale of the year, up to almost 40% off. Okay? Okay. Now, back to class. Do we already know the benefits? Do we already know the benefits of a steam treatment? You don't have to say it. I don't want you to say it. I just want you to tell me if you already know the benefits of a steam treatment. Tamika don't listen. And this is why I don't want y'all doing a bunch of treatments at home, because y'all don't listen. What I said, Tamika. Kim either. Mm-mm. Not every wash day. No. No, you're not going to use this every wash day. You're not going to use this every wash day. And if you have seborrheic dermatitis, I actually just would be very mindful. Watch what your scalp does after the first use, because sometimes the carrier oils can inflame your scalp. For those of us that have seborrheic dermatitis. So just mind your scalp, okay? You're absolutely not going to do it every single wash day. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. So do you reapply the oil for a steam treatment? What do you mean? Do you reapply? Well, hold on a second. Hold on a second, okay? Y'all ain't answer my question. Do we know the benefits? Of hydration treatments? I don't know is a perfectly acceptable answer here, but what's happening right now? What up, Jade? What is the best steam, hooded or at the sink? Hooded. Okay, listen, don't tell the others. Okay, don't tell the others. Chrissy, when you use the steamer just at the shampoo bowl, more steam is going in the air than is going on the hair. Ms. Matt, you don't listen either. What up, Rhonda? Okay, we missed that one. All right, we missed that one. Just a yes or no answer. All right. If we know the benefits of a steam treatment, I'm glad you know the benefits of a steam treatment. That doesn't seem to be what we don't seem to be following instructions tonight. So let's talk about it, okay? Here's the benefits of a steam treatment. Again, the heat coming from the machine raises the cuticle on the hair strand and allows for the product that is sitting on top of your hair while you're up underneath the steamer to deeper penetrate. We got that piece? Kalima, Miss Carmel, Miss Shonda, we have that piece? One of the benefits of sitting up underneath the steamer is the heat that comes from the machine raises the cuticle on your hair strand and allows whatever conditioner or treatment you have sitting on top of your hair to deeper penetrate and give you longer lasting results. Okay? That's one benefit. The other thing that I really, really freaking love about steam treatments is while the cuticle on the hair strand is raised and it's open and it's like, oh, let's go. Give it to me, baby, right? All of the water that's coming out of the steamer, guess where that's also going? The heat got the cuticles raised, opened up, busted wide open, you know what I'm saying? Ready for all action. The steam that's coming out of the actual machine, what is that doing? Ms. Carmel, even with high porosity hair. Did you know you can change the porosity of your hair? Don't play with me. Don't play with me. Don't, Ms. Carmel. Ms. Carmel, let me stay focused because we got things to get through, Ms. Carmel. Let me stay focused. Exactly, Chrissy. All of that water that's coming from the steamer is going into your hair strands, soaking it up. So if ever you're underneath the steamer and you see that you've gotten a huge increase in shrinkage, your hair was thirsty. It soaked up all the water that was coming out of the machine. How beneficial do you think that is for the longevity of you retaining moisture? If water is being pumped into your hair strands, how do you think, color treated and all, Miss Carmel, color treated and all, Miss Carmel, how do you think your hair is going to do retaining softness, retaining flexibility? Hi, Mia. How long do we steam for? Who can tell me how long do we deep condition or do a treatment? How long? Miss Nikki B is asking. We know the answer to this question. We've been in, enough of us have been in class long enough. We know the answer to this question. Thank you, Miss T. No more 15 to 20 minutes. No, Miss Mac. No more than 20 minutes. Thank you, Danielle. Thank you, Miss B. Lightened. No more than 20 minutes. I love y'all. My people. Miss Cutie Pie, change that 3 to a 2. No more than 20 minutes. Okay? No more than 20 minutes. And here's why. Hey, Angela. Here's why. Okay? Not a timer for 8 minutes. Girl, how many times you got to wind that thing back up? No more than 20 minutes, because anything after 20 minutes, the product is just sitting on top of your hair, causing product buildup. Okay? No more than 20 minutes. Miss Nikki B. And it's the fact that nobody caught Miss Nikki B. What up, Moon? Nobody caught Miss Nikki B and asked her to leave her question in the question box. Boss, do me a favor so that we don't keep getting distracted. Okay, here's what we got to do, because it's 8 o'clock now and I still have a couple of things to get through. We're going to pause this. We're going to pause teaching for a second. And I have a request. Okay. If you have a question, not Facebook, not YouTube. Okay. This is specifically for Instagram. Do me a favor, please. If you have a question, at the very bottom of your screen on the right-hand side, there's a little circle with a question mark in the middle. Please leave your questions there. I'm happy to answer them, but I have to get through the curriculum first. I have to get through the outline first. Excuse me. Okay. Okay. Those are the benefits of doing a steam treatment. Now, do me a favor, please. Now I'm going to ask you for something. Okay, Gloria, Kalima, Angela, Miss Carmel, Maloon, Miss Red 84, Nikki, I'm going to ask you to do me a favor, please. Okay. Each one teach one around here. So here's what we're going to do, Gloria, right? Angela, Miss Nikki. All of us. Here's what we're going to do. 100% participation, please. Are we ready? Hand up emoji in the comments if you're ready. Hand up emoji in the comments if you're ready. Please do me a favor, please. Are we ready for my request? I'm going to ask you this. I have one request right now, and I'm probably going to ask it again later on before we get to the end of this live. Okay? Each one teach one around here. Do me a favor, please. Are we ready for my request? Okay, do me a favor, please, Miss K, Tamika, Miss Red 84, all of us, At all hands on deck, I need right now, right? Because what I am about to say is going to change things. Okay? Do me a favor and share this live with 3 people that you know could use this information. Please do me a favor and let me know when you're done. Please do me a favor, send this live to 3 people that you know could utilize this information. Hey, Miss Marsha, send this live to 3 people that you know could use this information, and then come back and let me know when you're done, please. If we are not sharing this information, how many of us are going to be stuck, sad, depressed, and disappointed about our hair? Share this live for me, please, because what I'm about to say, I told y'all, a lot of stylists don't even know. Okay? Well, maybe they do know, but they're not thinking about this. Okay? Okay? Miss Cutie Pie, I appreciate you. Danielle, thank you so much. Hey, Marsha. Dee Dee, I really appreciate you. Thank you. Can y'all do me that favor? Facebook and YouTube? Thank you, Miss K. Miss Katz, do me a favor. If you have a question, love, I am happy to answer your question, but leave your question in the question box at the very bottom of the screen, okay? Thank you, Regina. I appreciate you. Miss Brown Sugar, thank you. Thank you, Shonda. Thank you. Okay? Now, steam treatments are beautiful, right? Deep conditioning is great. But here's what makes the huge difference. It's not going to matter. It's not going to matter to moisture retention. Hey, boss, it's not going to matter to your moisture retention if what you're using on your hair is protein focused. If you are looking to retain moisture and your stylist sits you up underneath the steamer, thank you, Tamika. If you are looking to retain moisture and your stylist puts you up underneath the steamer with a protein focused conditioner, what do you think is going to happen to your hair? The moisture you thought that you were going to get, it's not going to happen. The softness from one wash day to the next, it's not going to happen. The soft, juicy, it's not going to happen. If you are sat up underneath the steamer and the stylist is putting a protein-focused conditioner on your hair, it's not going to be productive in the way that you think. Exactly. The softness you were looking for, you are not going to get, okay? So if you are going to the People of Color salon and getting a roller set, getting a blowout, right? You are going to make sure it's the winter. We need soft hair. It needs to be soft and supple. The air is dry outside. Your hair is less flexible, right? It's cold outside. Your hair is less flexible. The heat is on inside. Pause, sucking the moisture from your hair. You need a moisture-focused conditioner while you are up underneath the steamer. If you are new here, I want you to hear me and hear me well, okay? This soft hair era, exactly, Tamika. This, what up, Darky? That'll do it. That'll do it. Okay? I have been using this conditioner for 10 years now. T knows that conditioner is the truth. Come on, Kay. Come on. This, listen, look at, don't take it from me. Don't take it from me. If you think I'm a liar, a cheater, a heartbreaker, and a deceiver, you ain't got to believe me. Look at what the ladies are saying. This is the best moisture-focused conditioner I have ever used. And yes, while the steam treatment with the Joico is great, it enhances the benefits. Even if you only had 7 minutes, if wash day, if them children are screaming, your man is looking for you to come outside, rushing you, you got things to do, you got stuff cooking, baking in the oven, you ain't got but 7 minutes. Okay, it does better than some deep conditioners. Okay, yes, share with your other half. Okay, That Joico and the Keracare, game changers, okay? So if you are using a protein-focused conditioner while you are up underneath the steamer, it's not going to produce the same kind of results that you're looking for. The Joico Moisture Recovery Conditioner is a game changer. And like Meech said, you marry that with the Keracare Hydrating Detangling Shampoo. I'll show it to you in a second. And I'm telling you, what you have experienced in the winter with breakage, hair that is dry and brittle, I promise you, I have been in business for this is crazy to say, I've been in business for almost 10 years. How do you think I'm able to have the kind of reputation that I have? My products have to work. My product recommendations have to work for you, right? I promise you, okay? So if you are going to do a steam treatment, you're going to make sure that it's a moisture-focused conditioner, okay? If you are going to do a hot oil treatment, you can use your black magic oil or whatever it is that you feel is going to be the best for your scalp. But please make sure that there's extra virgin olive oil, some rosehip seed oil, some moisturizing oil. Is that available in Canada? I don't know, boss. Sarah, I don't know. But you know what? Texture Press ships internationally. You know what I mean? We ship internationally. And guess what, Sarah? Next week, Tuesday at 12:03, we're having the biggest sale that we've had all year. So look at that. Okay. How do we balance now moisture and protein, right? At the beginning of class, someone asked, how do I know? Hey, boss, someone asked, how do I know when to use protein? In the winter, you're going to want to use protein less. Why is that? Miss Carmel, don't get blocked. Miss Carmel, don't get blocked. You know what I mean? This is how I feed my family, Miss Carmel. Let's not do that. Okay, let's keep it cute. I love you for sharing, but just not right now. Okay. Why is using protein what we want? Why is using protein? No, it's okay, Miss Carmel. I get it. I appreciate you though. Okay. Why is using protein what we want to steer away from? It's already cold outside. It's already hard for your hair to be flexible. It's already hard for your hair to bend. Protein makes your hair hard and strong. If you want it softer, that's probably not the product that you're going to want to lean into. Okay? Is it going to be beneficial? Yes. But do you want it in the springtime? I was asking you, lean more into protein because it was more humid. Your hair can withstand the protein more then. You don't want to be dead set on protein-focused products in the winter because it's going to lend to more breakage, okay? So how do you use protein, right? Because protein is essential. We've talked about this before, right? That's how we have a healthy head of hair. If you can find that good balance between hair that is strong but still soft and pliable, that will keep your hair strand whole from root to tip, right? Okay, if you have fine hair, please pay attention. Are we ready? And yes, it works for men. That Joico Moisture Recovery is soft. S-O-F-T, soft. Okay, so one of the boss ladies is saying that it is available in Canada. Okay? For fine hair, please pay attention. For fine hair, you are going to alternate between your moisture-focused shampoo and a protein-focused shampoo. Moisture-focused conditioner, protein-focused conditioner. You still need protein, Miss Carmel, but we're going to talk about how you're going to use it. Okay? Everyone still needs protein. You just can't be hyper-focused on it in the winter. Okay? If you have fine hair, you're going to use a moisture-focused shampoo and conditioner on one wash day. The next wash day, you're going to use a protein-focused shampoo and conditioner. Moisture one wash day, protein the next wash day. Okay? If you have medium hair, you are going to use either a protein-focused shampoo or a protein-focused leave-in conditioner every wash day, but your moisture recovery conditioner is going to be the constant. I'll say it again, Miss Mo, okay? For those of us that have fine hair, you're going to use a moisture focus. What's today? Sunday, right? So let's say today was wash day for Mo and Mo has fine hair, okay? Today, Mo would use her Keracare Hydrating Detangling Shampoo and her Joyco Moisture Recovery Conditioner. Okay? If today was wash day for Mo at home, she would use both her Moisture Focus Shampoo and her Moisture Focus Conditioner. In the event, not in the event, but when Mo goes to shampoo and condition her hair the next wash day, she's going to use her Protein Focus Shampoo and her Protein Focus Conditioner. Okay? If your hair is on the fine side, hey boss, if your hair is on the fine side, one wash day, you're going to use moisture, shampoo, and conditioner. The next wash day, you're going to use Protein Focus Shampoo and Conditioner. Okay? All right. For those of us that have fine hair, we are going to use if today is wash day and your hair is on the medium side, right, which means the individual strands are not super skinny, but they're not really coarse either, you are going to use a Protein Focus Shampoo, your Moisture Focus Conditioner, and a Moisture Focus Leave-In Conditioner. If your hair is on the medium side, if your strands are on the medium side, Protein Focus Shampoo, Moisture Focus Conditioner, Moisture Focus Leave-In Conditioner. Right? Or, are we ready for or? Or, you can use your Moisture Focus Shampoo, Moisture Focus Conditioner, Protein Focus Leave-In Conditioner. Okay? Yes? And you are going to deep condition once a month. Fine hair is not deep conditioning at all. Boss, if you have a question, do me a favor. At the very bottom of your screen on the right-hand side, there's a circle with a question in the middle. Please leave your question there so I can get to it before the end of class. If your hair is on the coarse side, which means each individual strand of hair is super duper thick, I'm talking thicker than a snicker, okay? If each individual hair strand is super duper thick, you are going to use a protein focused shampoo, or a protein focused leave-in conditioner, and you are going to deep condition twice in the month. Why does coarse hair need to deep condition twice in the month? Because it's already super thick. All right, Kalima, one more time, okay? For fine hair, you're going to alternate between a moisture-focused shampoo and conditioner and a protein-focused For fine hair, you are going to alternate between a moisture-focused shampoo and conditioner and a protein-focused shampoo and conditioner. You're going to use moisture on one wash day. You're going to use protein on another wash day. For medium hair, you're going to use a protein-focused shampoo, protein-focused leave-in conditioner, and you are going to deep condition once a month. For coarse hair, you're going to use a protein-focused shampoo or a protein-focused leave-in conditioner, and you are going to deep condition twice in a month. Coarse hair breaks easily. Okay? You think it's rough and tough with the Afro puff? It's actually more fragile than sometimes even fine hair. Okay? Coarse hair needs more it needs more softness, right? It needs more flexibility. It's easier to break, especially in the cold and winter months. So you deep condition twice a month. What is deep conditioning? What is deep conditioning? Is it the same as a deep conditioner? Is deep conditioning the same as a deep conditioner? Hey, boss. Hey, Miss Marsha. Is a deep conditioner the same as deep conditioning? Ms. K says no. Miss T says conditioning with heat. Hey, boss. No, it is not the same. Okay. Deep conditioning is the process of adding the element of heat to your conditioning process. Deep conditioners are a marketing ploy, which is why we don't believe in them. Okay. So the gist of this segment, the gist of this piece, and how do we keep moisture and protein? How do we keep that balance in the winter? Okay. Too much of one thing is going to be a bad thing, right? So the key is balance. But it varies by hair texture, right? We have to remember that piece, okay? Okay, now, we'll talk about my favorite products, okay? For moisture in particular. You guys know that I am a fan of this Keracare Hydrating Detangling Shampoo. If you have used it, tell others what you think about this particular shampoo. Here's what I'm going to say about the shampoo. I want to hear what you guys think, right? I want you to tell your peers. I want you to tell your friends in the comment sections. I want you to tell your people in the comment section if you love it, and especially if you don't love it. Please tell us why you don't love it so we can try and find a product that can meet your needs. But I'm going to tell you why I love this particular shampoo. I've been using this shampoo for almost 10 years. This one, same brand, right? At the shampoo phase, we put so much pressure on our conditioners to work that we forget about the shampoo and what it's supposed to do. At the shampoo phase, the hair is so soft and easy to detangle that when I first started using it, I would forget to apply conditioner to my clients' hair. That's how soft their hair was after using this product. Okay? I promise you, this will change things. Okay? This will change things. Come on, Nikki. Been using it for 7 years. Let me tell you what helps enhance. Okay. This favorite shampoo, this favorite conditioner, we talked about this one already before, right? The Joico Moisture Recovery Conditioner, I told you, 7 minutes. And sometimes I leave the conditioner on for 3 minutes if we're in the salon. You know what I mean? Don't get it twisted. My job is to impress you. We've talked about this before, right? If products are not looking to impress you, we get rid of them. Just like men, if that man is not looking to impress you, you get rid of them. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Nikita. My job is to impress you. Okay? That's my job. My job is to impress you. The products have to impress you. My products have to impress you. Ooh, Miss Carmel. Let me tell you, Miss Carmel has hair that does not receive hair that is gray, right? Miss Carmel has hair that is gray and it's color treated. Often it's hard to retain moisture or softness. Okay? But let me tell you, Miss Carmel, what you're going to do to help make these work better. They already work well, but I'm going to tell you what helps them work better. A clarifying shampoo. I know you're like, girl, a clarifying shampoo to help my hair stay moisturized? Yes, a clarifying shampoo is going to help your hair stay moisturized because when you lift any product buildup off of the hair, when you lift any product buildup off of the scalp, it makes it easier for your hair and your scalp to receive what you apply thereafter. So much better, so much easier. How do you know if you have coarse versus medium hair? So you're gonna take my brain want to say shoestring, but that ain't what it's called. Thread. Excuse me, Angela. You're gonna take a piece of thread. You're gonna take a strand of your hair, and you're gonna hold it up against the thread. If it's the same size as the thread, it's coarse. If it's a little bit slimmer, it's medium. Clarifying shampoos help your hair receive product better. Okay, so you start with a clarifying shampoo, and then you go in with your moisturizing shampoo by Keracare and your Joico Moisture Recovery Conditioner. Okay, Moisture Focused Leave-In Conditioner. Okay, Miss Billionaire. Moisture Focused Leave-In Conditioner. It helps with detangling in a way that I have never gotten from a moisturizing leave-in conditioner for sure. Okay, it's a 10 Miracle leave-in conditioner. If you've been around textured press long enough, you know, there was a time where we wasn't really, you know what I mean, we wasn't too hype about them. I wasn't really feeling the owner. And then I had to spin the block because this is literally the best moisturizing leave-in conditioner I've ever used. Okay, I love that it's a spray. Spray gives you more coverage. It's better than a scoop. We do not do scoop leave-in conditioners around here. They're too heavy. I love it because it's a spray. It's light, but it's impactful, right? And it also has heat protectant built into it. And that you can use this whether you're doing a curly hairstyle, silk press, braid out, prepping your hair for braids. You can use this moisturizing leave-in conditioner, okay? Protein-focused leave-in conditioners. Protein-focused products, shampoo, conditioners, and leave-in conditioners, okay? So these are my favorite. They're also available on the website and will also be on sale December 3rd at 12:03, okay? Protein-focused shampoo and conditioner. I know a lot of times we're like, oh, I don't want to use protein. Doesn't protein break your hair, right? Doesn't protein make your hair dry? Doesn't protein cause breakage? Doesn't protein make your hair feel like straw? The right protein-focused shampoos and conditioners will not do those things. There will be some softness left behind, which is why you have to be mindful about how often you're using them, okay? Now, I know that we're talking, and then this is just the leave-in conditioner that goes with it. I really like it. Now, I don't like that it's not a spray. Hey, boss. I don't like that it's not a spray, but it's still that girl when you're looking for a strengthening leave-in conditioner. Okay. Now, let's talk about some butters, right? Because if you're like, my hair laughs at oil, I don't really do too good with that. Or if you have a little one, let's say you have a very young son, very young daughter, you have a young child, and you're trying to figure out what you can utilize on their hair, especially in the winter, right? We're putting hats on their heads. Not often are they satin lined. You're seeing breakage at the nape because their coat or onesie or jumpsuit is causing breakage at the nape of their neck. This butter, if you're an OG around here, you know what I'm talking about. But if you're new, you will never be able to experience this. We used to make butters for your hair and your body. The base of this button it's super moisture. Angela, ask what's your friend's name? Sabrina. Ask Sabrina about the hair butter. The hair and body butter. We used to make a hair and body butter, and I'm talking soft. SOFT soft. Okay? The base for this product was mango butter. Okay? Mango butter. If you have a small child, if you have issues with retaining softness or moisture, mango butter. Regina, we never sold the butter. We were giving it away for free. You know I'm a little dumb when it comes to business. We never sold the butter. We were giving them away for free. But mango butter, nonetheless, okay? Mango butter, in my opinion, is way more softening than shea butter, okay? Okay. Did we learn something? Did everybody learn something? We're going to do our Q&A, and I'm going to answer as many questions as I can, okay? The Joico conditioner, leave on for 3 to 5 minutes. Can I still sit under the dryer or steamer for 15 to 20 minutes? Yes, absolutely. You can steam with this product. You can steam with the product, okay? You can steam with the Joico Moisture Recovery Conditioner. I'm just saying, if you don't have a lot of time, you can still get amazing benefits from the Joico Moisture Recovery Conditioner. Will you make the butter again? Absolutely not. I've asked my people, I've asked my family that comes to help me work during the holidays, and none of us have the capacity to do the butter. The butter is really hard to make. We're not bringing that back. Okay. Where can we find mango butter, and which brand do you recommend? So I think that, let me see if I can find it. I think that the brand name is Life Flow or Flow Life. Hold on, give me 1 second. Let me see if I can find it. It's either Life Flow or Flow Life. Let's see. Life Flow mango butter. Yep, Life Flow. LIFEFLO. What's the people? I Herb. I as in Ivan, H as in Henry, E as in Ebony, R as in Roger, B as in boy. I Herb is the website.com. Are you going to bring back? Oh, I said that already. Are you going to bring back the butter to sell? Absolutely. I never sold it. We never sold the butter. We never sold the butter. We were giving it away. How often should you trim in a year, especially in winter? You need to get a trim, especially if you're going to go into a protective style in the wintertime. But in the winter is only what, 3 to 4 months? You should really just be trimming at the beginning and at the end of winter. How long do you leave the hot oil in before the second shampoo? Excuse me. Any treatment, 15 to 20 minutes. You should not have to steam. If you have fine hair and you're using the Joico Moisture Recovery Conditioner, boss, if you have fine hair and you're using the Joico Moisture Recovery Conditioner and you're alternating using moisture and protein on wash days, you should not have to steam at all. If you have to do a treatment, let it be at the beginning of the season, and then after that, hop off of that. You should. What's the rule around here? We're saving time and we're saving money, right? You should do it. You should be able to only do it once to set you off for the rest of the winter. And if you follow what we talked about in alternating your shampoos and conditioners, you won't have to do another treatment. Okay? Trim at the beginning and the end of the season, Ms. K. Okay? Especially if your hair is coarse or fine. If you're in the medium section, you should be fine. If you've been doing all the things you're supposed to be doing, but if your hair is on the finer side or the coarser side, at the beginning and at the end of the season. Hey, boss. Is there an alternative to the Joico Moisture Recovery Conditioners? Scalp is sensitive to heavy fragrance. You can try the Hello Hydration by Herbal Essence. You can try Orabe's Intense Moisture Conditioner. You can try Orabe Alpha-G. Did I say Alpha-G? Orabe Alpha-G's Moisturizing Conditioner. Oh, Hello Hydration by Herbal Essence. But if you think that the Joico is heavy on fragrance, I think also that those other the ones I just named are also heavy on fragrance. Maybe the Purology, maybe, but I don't really love the Purology like that. That's a tough one, boss. That's a tough one, Nikki. I would say if you can get them in smaller sizes, right? Like if you can get the ones that I just recommended in like a smaller size and at least try it, let me know what your thoughts are. If not, then I will look into, hey Sabrina, then I'll look into this fragrance-free conditioner that I used on one of the boss ladies tonight. Tresemme for what? I haven't used Tresemme in years. But Nikki, you can do that and let me know your thoughts. And Nikki, you know what, Nikki? DM me, send me a DM and let me know to look for the fragrance-free conditioner that I used today. Ms. Carmel, please don't make me laugh. Please don't make me laugh. Okay. Next question. How do you lock in moisture after the conditioning step? What? Why do we need more? Why do we need your hair should be soft and moisturized? If you use the clarifying shampoo to remove any buildup off of your hair, off of your scalp, right? If you remove product buildup off of your hair, off of your scalp, you use the shampoo. How many times have you, Nikki? I'm only talking to Nikki right now. Okay? Nikki, are you still here? Nikki B. How many shampoos have you used that make your hair feel soft and supple? I'm only talking to Nikki right now. Nikki, how many shampoos have you used that make your hair feel soft and supple. Good night, Regina. Have a great evening. Y'all gonna say happy Thanksgiving to Regina? Nikki, where you at? All right, Ms. Mack, I'm glad you got some notes. Well, I'll wait for Nikki. Okay, we'll move on to the next question and I'll wait for Nikki. Okay, so if you use the Carrot Care and your hair is soft and supple at the shampoo phase, you go in with the Joico Moisture Recovery Conditioner. What more softness are you looking for? What more softness are you looking for? Are we saying that your hair still feels dry? Talk me through that. The best strengthening shampoo and why. So in my professional opinion, the best strengthening shampoos are still the sexy strong hair shampoo and conditioner. There are many strengthening shampoos and conditioners out there that after you use them, they make your hair feel hard and brittle. You don't get that from these products. You don't get that from these products. There's shine left behind. There's strength left behind. More definition in your curls. What more can we ask for? How often are you supposed to use a clarifying shampoo? Clarifying shampoos are as needed. And if you don't know when you need a clarifying shampoo, it means you're likely not sitting with your professional stylist often enough. Well, if you do a braid out, I could see how Nikki would want moisture to last the whole week, etc. Okay. That gives more context. Thank you, Kay. That gives more context because I'm thinking we feel like our hair needs to be much softer after using those two hair care products, right? So to answer the question, maybe I am confusing it with how my hair feels. I learned that moisture is a feeling. Moisture is a feeling. But if Nikki, tell me if what Miss K Simone is what Miss K Simone described is what you're talking about. Clarify it for me because maybe I misunderstood the question. If I'm wearing a puff, should I still moisturize with the oil or should I use a lotion type of product? I would consider doing both, testing both. I mean, I personally would probably do the mango butter, but I would test both. Test how your hair does with the lotion or cream. I would do a cream more than a lotion, but I would test how your hair feels after you use a cream. I would test how your hair feels after hey boss. I would test how your hair feels after you use a lotion. I would test how it feels after you use the oil. You have to. I'm not familiar with the mango butter. Try to test the mango butter. You can test the mango butter. It's a solid, so you have to heat it up in order for it to be softer and for it to be pliable, for you to be able to apply it to your hair. But I would consider the mango butter. Give me 1 second. Which Paul Mitchell clarifying shampoo, 2 or 3 is best? Okay, so if you are a swimmer and you swim occasionally, you need the shampoo 3. Good evening, have a good night, boss. If you are a swimmer and you shampoo often, you need the shampoo 2, excuse me. If you swim occasionally, you need the shampoo 3. If you're asking just in general, not trying to remove chlorine, I like the shampoo 2 because the shampoo 3 is really harsh and is really stripping, but the shampoo 2, excuse me, is a nice in between the 1 and the 3. Good evening, boss. What are your recommendations for a good moisturizing and protein treatment, please? So you should not be doing protein treatments at home. Why? You should not be doing protein treatments, moisturizing treatments at home. When we say hot oil treatments, that's really just adding the element of heat to some oil. But if you're talking about a product that is a treatment, we don't do treatments at home. That's my recommendation, is that you don't do treatments at home. All right, Miss 84. Miss 84, okay. All right, you're so more than welcome, boss. I am thinking that moisture should last the entire week. Maybe that's the problem. Moisture should last the entire week. It should last you from one wash day to the next. Your hair should be soft from one wash day to the next. Yes, but how are you styling your hair? Right? That context here matters. So maybe I should be asking that. If you're asking that kind of question, then tell me how you're styling your hair. Because I'm thinking I'm a silk press girl, right? So I'm thinking we're talking silk press style, and we should not need any additional things after that. Sorry, give me 1 second, y'all. I'm trying to catch up. Would avocado oil be considered a moisturizing oil? That's the oil that has both moisture and protein. So if you're looking for something that is heavier on the moisture side, you would not use the avocado oil alone. Okay? Cream moisturizers are better on my hair. Any recommendations? I like the Care Twist and Define cream. There used to be, it's really hard to find this product, but if you can get your hands on this is one of those products that even though the boss ladies who are like, yo, my hair never felt this soft before. If you can get your hands on this one is really good. So the brand name is Q as in quarter, P as in Peter. So QP Elasta. That's the brand name. The product is their mango butter olive oil hair cream. Oh no, wait. It might not be hair cream. It's the mango butter olive oil one, but hold on, let me see if I can find it. Mango butter olive oil QP Alaska. No, that's the leave-in conditioner. No. Intense treatment. No. It's not a leave-in conditioner, and it's not an intense. I don't think. Oh, the curl pudding. The Elastic QP olive oil mango butter curl pudding. So good. So good. Hi. How do you prevent your scalp from flaking? How much water are you drinking? If you're still here, boss, answer that question for me. How much water did you drink today? I am transitioning from relaxed hair. I wear it out. I have a pixie, too short to do any styles now. But what was your question? Hair that is softer, right? Okay, so for relaxed hair, don't forget that protein is important. Protein is important to moisture retention. I know that sounds crazy. But close your eyes and picture this for me. Here's why protein is essential to moisture retention. What happens when you lose protein, right, which is what happens in a chemical process, what happens when you lose protein is what happens in a chemical process is you lose protein. When you lose protein, you can sometimes feel that on the outside of your hair, the protein loss. It feels, bumpy, groovy, right? You can feel that in your hair. If you've ever had hair that was relaxed and felt dry and thirsty, it's typically lacking protein. So when you replenish the protein that it's missing, guess what that allows the moisturizing product to do? Coat the outside, right? You fill in the holes with the protein to coat the outside with the moisture. Does that make sense? Fill in the holes with the protein to coat the outside with the moisture. Fill in the holes with the protein to coat the outside with the moisture, which is why the moisture protein balance is important. Okay. Mia, you have to drink more water. It's one of the ways your body is telling you that it's dehydrated. Start with drinking more water. Do it for 30 days, Mia. Do it for 30 days. Drink, I don't know how much water you're drinking now, but increase it by 8 to 10 ounces, okay, for the next 30 days. Consistently, Mia, for the next 30 days, okay? Okay. Thoughts on hair, skin, and nail supplements for growth like biotin. So biotin, in my mind, is not a hair, skin, and nail vitamin for all. Usually, if your body is not biotin deficient, when you start taking biotin, your body is going to overwork to get rid of it because there's excess. Okay, not enough of us are biotin deficient for us to be needing to be taking biotin. If you are, Mia, in the winter now, baby, it's cold outside right now, love. Okay, it's cold outside right now. Make sure you are consistent with your water intake. If you work out, if you drink coffee, if you live with smokers, if you smoke yourself, if you drink alcohol, remember that all of those things are diuretics and dehydrate you. Okay, so if you it's the holiday season too, baby. If we finna sipping on that eggnog and a little bit of Jack Daniels, you might need to drink some more water. It's dehydrating. Okay. And seltzer water don't count. Sparkling water don't count. How do you know if your hair is fine, mid, or coarse? You're gonna use the what is it? The thread. Okay, you're gonna hold your strand of your hair close next to thread. If it's really, if it's super small in comparison to the thread, it's fine. If it's just a little bit skinnier than the thread, it's medium. If it's about the same size as the thread, it's coarse. Protein once a month, that depends. We just went through how to use protein, and I broke it down by hair type, bro. I didn't mean to bro you. Sorry, boss. We went through that. How often to steam? You should only have to if we follow the instructions on using moisture focused shampoos and conditioners, you should only have to steam treat your hair at the beginning of the season. Okay? Okay, now listen to me. Are we listening? Please, because I am really excited. For what's going to happen next week. Okay. Oh, no worries, D. I'll see you next time. Let's have a great Thanksgiving. Listen, Miss Cutie Pie, do me a favor before you get up out of here. Text Teach Me to 347-802-0953, because next week Sunday, this is what we asked for. Right? Next week, Sunday, that's going to be the class that you do not want to miss. Okay? Next week, Sunday, that's going to be the class that you do not want to miss. If I held a shampoo and conditioner in front of you, would you know which one is strengthening and which one is softening? If I held two different shampoos and conditioners in front of you, would you know which was strengthening and which was softening? Hi, Karen. If the answer is no, you need to be in class next week, Sunday. We are going to be doing a product audit. What does that mean? It means that you at home, your friends, your sister, your people, yes, moisture is softening, but how do you identify that on the label? Not an earful for me. How do you identify that on the label? Right? The Briogeo Don't Despair Repair. The Briogeo Don't Despair Repair. Is it strengthening or moisturizing? I know that we know what the products do, but how do you identify it by label? If the Briogeo Don't Despair Repair, is it a protein focused product or a moisturizing product? Good evening. Good night, boss. How do you know it's a strengthening product? Protein. How do you know it's a protein focused product? Okay, you read the ingredients. How do you know? It says protein on the label. The Don't Despair Repair says that it's protein focused on the label. Repair is, you guys are good. Much better than I thought. Much better than I thought. Okay. So next week, You're going to go through your product drawer. You're going to go through all of your products, and together we are going to separate, what's strengthening versus what's moisturizing. Okay? That's not always the indicator. Not all brands have to put their most potent ingredients at the top of their ingredient list. Okay? So next week Sunday, we are together going to go through what shampoos you have that are strengthening, what shampoos you have that are clarifying, what shampoos you have that are moisturizing, what conditioners you have that are moisturizing, what leave-in conditioners you might be missing, what hair styling products, might be more softening than they are strengthening. We're going to go through all of that together next week Sunday. It's going to be a product audit, so that this way on wash day, you're giving your hair exactly what it needs and not just what you have. We're going to be able to take a look and see all of what you have. We'll talk about what's missing. You'll learn what's missing. And you'll also be able to identify when you are shopping for products, how to identify when it should be more strengthening or when it should be more moisturizing. Because this is going to be the last year that we give brands our money and they give us products that don't do their job. Fair? Hi, Skylar. Okay. That's the end of class. I hope you learned something new today. If you want to make sure you don't miss class next week, make sure you text the word teach me, TEACHME, to 347-802-0953. Okay? All week this week, listen to me. All week this week, that is what all of the social media, all of the emails, and all of the text messages are going to be about. Okay? It's going to be about class next week, Sunday, how to do a product audit. And it's going to be about the sale that we're having December 3rd at 12:03, where you can save up to 39% on your purchase. Okay? Okay. Can you do me a favor, please? This is what I'm asking of you. I'm going to be asking it of everyone, and I'm going to be asking of it all week, okay? Do me a favor, boss, please. Mia, you're going to drink more water. This live is going to be saved and up on YouTube for 1 week, okay? And then it's going to be exclusive to our Patreon members only. I'm going to be asking for you to share the content that I share with you throughout the week. That's my ask, okay? All right. If you are not home, get home safe. If you are home, stay safe. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and I will